Hi everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live this week. My name's Mandy Witherby and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. How is everybody today? Welcome, welcome, welcome this week. So you might be watching this live on Facebook. So if you are, say hi, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're here. Would be great to know that you're here. If you're watching on the replay later on, fantastic as well. Thank you so much. Just type in replay so that I know that you've seen it. Or you might be watching this on my YouTube channel later. If you're watching it later on my YouTube channel, still give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. And so remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will always catch all of my videos that I upload. And also too, don't forget to click on the little bell icon. That's so that you'll get notifications. So as you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know how you are, how your week has been since I've seen you all last. And let me know what you did on the weekend. It was a lovely, lovely weekend. Well, here in Sydney anyway, we had beautiful weather. So it was a lovely weekend. And I know that a lot of people are starting to get out and about now, which is great. Great, but still stay safe. Try saying that 3 times. Still stay safe. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Yeah, so I was at home all weekend doing different things for my Stampin' Up! Business, but I also did some cooking and baking as well. So that was really great. So while everyone's jumping on, I'll just call this up on my iPad so that I can see all of your comments as well. So just give me a moment while I do that. Alrighty, let's see. See if I can find that. There we go. Okay, great. So I should be able to see all of your comments now as you are jumping on. So I've got some news today for you. I've got some creative time with some more brand new product from the new Annual Catalogue. So that's always exciting to be playing with new product. So yes, I'm glad to be able to share that with you all. Just tip that camera down a little bit. Feel like I'm floating up there in space. I'll move back a little bit. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, so the first good news that I have is we do finally have news on the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is so exciting. We've been waiting. You will find information about it in your Annual Catalogue, but it isn't available just yet. Stampin' Up! Did put it in the catalogue because they were expecting it to be ready, but then with COVID there were some delays with the production, so yeah, so that put a bit of a spanner in the works. So yes, but anyway, we have information. It is going to be available to customers on the 1st of September, so it's not too long to wait because we're nearly at the end of June already. However, if you become a demonstrator, when you join my team, then you'll be able to purchase that on the 4th of August. Yes, demonstrators always get the new products early before anybody else. Otherwise, if you're not joining my team, then you'll have to wait until the 1st of September. Now, when that releases, it will just be the big machine, so the standard size machine. The mini is not available yet. That's had further delays because of COVID-19. So the mini machine will be available a little bit further down the track. So I'll definitely give you updates as soon as I have any more information about that. But it's great now that we have a date. So that's very exciting. So we can't wait till the 4th of August to get start ordering our new machines as demonstrators. Yeah, customers is the 1st of September, as I said. All right, so the other thing is too, oh, hey Fee, how are you? Just in time for your birthday. What an awesome birthday gift that will be. Okay, so the other thing I was going to let you know is, you know that if any of you have purchased well, we still call it our new paper trimmer, but it has been around for a little while now. Released, I think it was, I don't even know when it was sometime last year. So with our trimmer, those of you that have it will know that the blade track here, so the the trimmer blade guide is what it's called. There's our blades there that run through the track. It has been, the whole time since this has released, it has only had the imperial measurement, so inches there, whereas along the top and the bottom and the ruler that flips out, so that flips out like that, has both centimeters and inches. Well, now they have released a replacement guide in metric, in centimeters, for us here in Australia and for those in some of the European countries as well that use centimeters. So it's only $7. It doesn't cost very much. It's only $7. There's the little flyer about it. There's the code if you need the code, 154980, because that is not actually in the catalogue. That's a standalone item. It will be in I think they said the annual catalogue next year it'll be in, but currently it's not in the annual catalogue. So if you would like to order one of those replacement blade tracks, there's the code 154980 and it's only $70. So pop that in your next order and you can just replace that. And it's very easy. These arms of the track, it just pops out there of that little part there. It just pops out of there. And then you can just pop the new one on. Oh, hi Sharon, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks for joining me today. So that is some new news. Now the other thing is too, we now have available our, let me get it right, our Stamp and Seal and our Stamp and Seal Plus. So our two new adhesives are now available. So I'm going to be playing with those today. I had a little bit of a practice with them before I went live, so hopefully I've got it down pat. They do feel a bit different to the old snail. They're quite a bit bigger. Oh, let me hold this one up. They're quite a bit bigger. They're both in the same case. So the good thing about that is that the adhesive themselves on the contraption inside, I can't think what it's called, can fit in either of the cases. So they are interchangeable, which is great. They have a little, this is the plus, let me hold up this one. They have a little cap that protects, if I can get it off, you won't lose it. It stays on there really tightly. Has a little cap there that goes on and off to protect the adhesive there. And they both do feel a little bit different to use because they have a different sort of consistency to them. And the Stamp and Seal Plus sort of has like little ridges in the seal. That's the really, really tough adhesive. Once you stick anything down with the Stamp and Seal Plus, it's stuck for good. So be sure that you've got things in the right place. Great for 3D items as well. Oh, hi Athena, how are you? Great to see you here. Thank you for joining me. And the Stamp and Seal, it has more of a smoother finish. So I was trying to get the feel of it because it feels a little bit different to our old snail adhesive, which, as you know, on most of my lives I'm always using the snail adhesive. So we'll have a go with this one today and I'll give you a few little tips as I'm going along with that one. All right, now also too we have, oh here it is, I was just thinking where's my little flyer. I just wanted to remind you all that we have a current starter kit promotion, which is fantastic. It's such a great offer, such a great promotion. So when you join Stampin' Up at the moment, when you join my team, not only do you only pay $169 and choose $235, so you get that $66 extra worth of product for free, and you get to choose whatever you like to put in your starter kit. It's you build that starter kit yourself with any products out of the catalogue that you wish. And then on top of that, you can also choose or pick a free bundle. So that might be a stamp set and punch bundle. It might be a stamp set and die bundle. So any of those that you like, it can be the most expensive one if you want to. You can pick that and get that added additionally for free to your starter kit. And you get free shipping on your starter kit as well. So if you want more information about joining my team, please let me know. I'd love to help you out, but it is a fantastic time to join to get that all those additional items. And I costed it all out, and if you were to buy or if you were to order the most expensive bundle, which is in the catalogue, plus all the additional freebies that you get, it potentially would be up to $170 worth of product for free, and you only pay $169. So that's easy. So it's a no-brainer. And then after you join my team, any future orders then that you place, you will get 20% discount, and you can actually build that up to 25% down the track as well. So 20% discount on all of your product purchases, which is awesome. Now, when you join my team, I don't want you to be worried that you're going to have to sell, or I'm going to pressure you to sell, or anything like that. You certainly don't have to. You can just purchase the products for yourself, for your own crafting hobby, for your own enjoyment. You don't need to sell, okay? So don't be worried about that. Also too, there's no locking contract. So if after a little while you think, oh no, I don't really want to do this anymore, no problem. You just stop ordering as a demonstrator and you go back to being my customer. It's super, super easy. You don't have to sign anything. You just let me know that that's what your intention is, and it's as easy as that. So yeah, if you've got any more questions, if you have any concerns, please let me know. Contact me via Messenger, or you can send me a text or give me a call, or you can email me as well at mandyspapercraftcreations@gmail.com. So, oh hey Chitska, great to see you. Thank you for joining me. So feel free to contact me. If you want any more information, best to contact me those ways rather than leaving a comment in this Facebook feed, because I can't always see all of the comments. For some reason Facebook blocks, or not blocks, but they hide some of the comments, so I can't always see all of them when I go back to have a look. I do always go back over all the comments after a Facebook Live, but I can't always see all of them, so I don't want to miss any important comments. So yeah, please Messenger, text, phone call, or email are the best ways to contact me. So please let me know. It's a fantastic time to join. Oh, now I didn't mention this offer, the Pick a Free Bundle offer, only goes until 30th of June. So you've got 8 days to take up that offer. So don't miss out. It's really awesome. And you'll be joining my team, and my team is filled with beautiful, lovely ladies who just love crafting. We inspire each other, we cheer each other on, we share our projects with each other, which is a lot of fun. And I do creative challenges each month, and there's always prizes, there's always a prize draw. So it's a lot of fun, and it's not mandatory. You can choose to join or not. Some do, some don't, and sometimes it just depends on how busy everybody is. But yeah, we have a lot of fun together as a team, and I have monthly team meetings, so I keep everyone up to date with all the latest news and things like that, and I have other incentives and other prizes and giveaways and things like that throughout the year. So it's a lot of fun. Hey Julie, how are you? Thank you for jumping on. Great to see you here. Hi Diane, how are you today? Great to see you here as well. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hi Sharon. Sorry, I did just see, I think I said hello to you before, but I did just see your message when I scrolled back up. Glad that you are doing well. I'm also doing well, thank you. Yes. So it's been busy times. Oh, no worries, Diane. I was just updating everybody with some of the news. You can always go back and watch that on the replay if you'd like to see my updates. Yes, it's been extremely busy. I've been back at work now for a couple of weeks, so working 4 days a week, plus running my business, Plus I've started a new health program to try and, I think I mentioned it last week actually. Yeah, so just eating really healthily, but it takes a lot of food prep time. So I'm trying to balance that in amongst everything else. So yeah, a lot of late nights actually. But yeah, my daughter always says to me, Mum, you need to do your food prep as soon as you get home from work. But you know, I get home from work and I'm so tired. I just want to sit down, or sometimes I actually go and have a nap. So I'm like, no, I'm too tired for that now. I'll do it later. And by the time I start my food prep, before I know, it's really, really late. But that's okay. I'm eating healthily. I'm feeling healthy. So that's really good. All right. So the other things I wanted to let you know, of course, haven't mentioned it, well, I kind of have mentioned it. Of course, you all know about our beautiful new annual catalogue. Now, this one's been out since the 3rd of June, so it's still quite new. Now, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you live in Sydney, if you live in Australia, anywhere in Australia, and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, let me know and I would love to get a new catalogue out to you. We also have our, now where have I put it? Here we go. We also have our little beginner brochure as well. And this is great for, oh, hi Matthew, how are you? Great to see you today. This is great for if you're just starting out with stamping and you're really not sure where to start, what products you'll need to get started and things like that. In the beginner brochure, it has stamps and selected products to go along with that to help you get started. So you can, I'll show you inside the first page. Actually, I'm going to show you this page because this is my favorite one. The cute little zany zebras, aren't they adorable? They are just so cute. So in here, so this is the stamp set here. And then over here on this page, you'll see some samples of some really easy cards to get started. Now, these are really easy to put together. Anyone can do it. You just follow the images here in the photograph and it's really, really easy. And all the products that you need to do these cards, to create these cards, is up here on the top of this page. Hang on, let me see if I can fold this backwards. There we go. That's easier. It's up the top here. So all of these products you can purchase, and there's a bit of an image there as well, so you can see them. You can purchase each of those products individually, or if you want to get all of them so that you can make those cards, you just use the one code that's up here. So Stampin' Up! Makes it really, really easy for us. And there's a few other ones in here as well. And there's also one of our kits in here as well. Let me find that. Very fun summery colours. And it's called Simply, let me get that right, Simply Citrus. And so that's an all-inclusive kit. So everything that you need to make those cards, including the instructions, are in that kit, and the stamp set is in that kit as well. You get a little ink spot and all of the consumable products that you need to create those projects. So there's some other things in there as well. Have a look. If you don't already have one, and as I said, if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like those, let me know. I'd love to get in contact with you and send them out to you. Okay, so the other thing that I just wanted to let you know was that I have in July on the 11th, oh, you love the zany zebras, Matthew. Yeah, they're really, really cute, aren't they? I just got them delivered, I think it was last week, in one of my last week orders. I've had a couple of, well, I've had a few deliveries come in the past few weeks. So yes, but I have them now, but I haven't had a chance to play with them yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes, so I have a class coming up on the 11th of July and we're going to be using the In Good Taste suite. So you might remember, I think I've got it tabbed here in my catalogue. Yes, I do. You might remember that I was playing with that in the last, I think it was last week. Was it last week or the week before? Yeah, on my Facebook Live. So that's the suite there. Go this way. Really, really gorgeous suite. So that is going to be what my class is based on. And where have I put them? Oh, they're here. buried under other things that I want to show you. So you might remember that this was the card that I made on my Facebook Live, and this was the other one that my daughter had made. And so these are using some of those products. So we probably won't be making exactly these cards in my class, because I've done that on a Facebook Live, but these are some of the products just to give you an idea of how beautiful they are. I think this is my favorite suite of the whole catalogue, actually. But yes, so we'll be using that suite to create 3 beautiful projects. So the what happens with that is, in the event section, so you've come onto my business page today. Under my business page, there is an event section. If you click on the event section, hey Chrissy, how you going? Thanks for jumping on. Click on the event section and you'll see my upcoming classes, and you'll see that class there. It's the In Good Taste class, and all the information is there. Now, when you go into the event, make sure you always click on See More, because there's a lot of information that I put in there, and description of the class and the products that you'll need, and all about the ordering and etc, etc. But some people miss that because they only see the first little bit. It only shows the first little bit, and you have to click on See More for that window to then open up to see all the information, including the host code to use when you're ordering. Okay, so go there. Now, orders for that class are closing this coming Saturday, the 27th of June. So there's only a few more days to RSVP. You'll RSVP in that group, in that event, and then you'll place your online order in my store using that host code, and then I'll know that you are ordering for the class. Now, if you would still like to do the class, but you actually already have those products, you can substitute those products with other products to the same value, but you need to then just email me to let me know that you have done that, so that I know that you are registering for that class as well. So yes, so just remember about that. So yes, RSVP and order date by this Saturday, or by the end of this Saturday, the 27th, and that's going to be a really great class. So oh, sorry to hear that, Chrissy, you haven't been doing too well. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's okay that you missed them. They're always on the replay, and they're over on YouTube as well now, Chrissy. So if you would like to catch up, feel free to go back, go over YouTube, or you can scroll back through my feed, but sometimes they get a bit lost in there. You can click on videos too. So in my business page, you can click on videos, and all my previous Facebook Lives should be there in the videos that you can watch back. Sorry to hear you haven't been doing well. I hope that you're starting to pick up a little bit. All right, so who wants to see what we're going to be playing with today? We're playing with more new catalogue, which is exciting. I just love this new catalogue. I'm just so excited about the whole thing. I just want to keep playing and playing and playing with all these new products. So many beautiful things in this catalogue, and so many additional things as well. Did you know that there's even some technique tips in there too? Have you found those yet? There's information about those at the beginning. Oh, you want to know, Matthew? Awesome. Well, hopefully other people want to know what we're going to be playing with as well. So today, actually, I'll let you know. So I mentioned that I did some cooking and baking and things over the weekend. I also tidied up my craft room, which was well overdue, and now you can actually sit on the lounge that's here in my craft room. Before there was no space to sit, but now there is quite a good size space to sit on my lounge. But also too, I went through and I put all my little sticky tabs on my catalogue, which I've been wanting to do since I got the spiral binding done on it at Officeworks. So I went through and I tabbed all of my catalogue. So these are all the sections where I'm always referring to, especially like the tools, the colours, cardstock, things like that. And then at the top is all the suites. And I've also got the lovely You bundle tagged there as well, because that is a great one that I've been referring a lot of people to. So no, we're not playing with whales. We're actually going to be playing with the Boho Indigo Product Medley today. So I've been sitting here this afternoon having a great look through all of the products, counting all the papers this time. I remember to count how many papers there were this time in the designer series paper. So what I'll do is I will flip the camera down so that we can get started, and I hope that you really enjoy this. Now I have some ideas. I've already started stamping. I've been playing with colors and things like that to work out which colors I like best. So I've got a whole heap of stuff stamped up. Haven't die cut anything yet. Oh well, I've die cut a few things, but haven't finished die cutting, so I'll do some of that during the live. But let me show you what's in this amazing product medley. There is so much in here. All right, so I will, can you tell I'm excited? I think you probably can tell that. So I'll cover up my camera with my special little camera lens cover, which is my washi tape. And I'll flip the camera down and we'll get started. All right, let me just do that and get that organized. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I forgot to flip my cameras. I better do that. Okay, otherwise we'll be upside down and back to front. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, I have to move my mat because I didn't position that yet. Let's move those out of the way for the moment. And move my mat. Oh, we look like we're at a really weird angle. Hang on 2 secs. I really must get a small, what are they called? Like a fluid level, liquid, what do they call? Spirit level. Spirit level. Yeah. Yay, you can see. Good, Matthew. Awesome. All right, so there is my blog and my website where you can shop. You can go to either. It's great to go to my blog though. I always direct everybody to my blog because I've got other content on my blog as well. So I've got, sorry, I'll just keep repositioning this while I talk to you. I have got, lots of creative ideas on there. I've got some tips and tricks and some little stories if you like reading little stories. I've also got, sorry, I'm still trying to get this camera right. I've also got past technique tutorials for sale on there. I've also got an Ornate Garden mega bundle on there, and there was another, I think there's another bundle on there, another tutorial on there too, which I can't remember which one it was. But yes, so go there and have a look at my blog, and then over there on my blog you will find my online store. Why is this not all, just isn't all lining up for me today. I'm having trouble getting everything in the right position. Hang on a sec. I think that needs to come down still a little bit more. I'm on the inches side again today. I think I was on the inches side last week too, wasn't I? Okay, is that better? Oh, goodness me. All right, so here's my blog, mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. You can also find my online store there up on the top right hand side, and then also as well as that you can find my joining link. So you can just click on that join button if you'd like to join my team, and that'll take you straight through to my joining link, and you can get started there. But of course, if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me in regards to that. So as I discussed with you earlier. All right, so this is my current host code. So if you are ordering in my online store, and also for that July class coming up, as I mentioned, this will be the host code when you order before the 27th of June for my class. That's the deadline, the 27th of June for my class. You'll use this same host code here. Yeah, so jot that one down. Okay, so this is what we're going to be looking at, the Boho Indigo Product Medley. So there is so much in this product medley, and this product medley also has a refill kit. So if you use up all of your consumable products in the kit, you can, and you want to get some more, you can just order the refill kit, but you'll already have your stamp set and your dies and your ribbons. So the consumable kit is basically the paper products and the little flowers as well. I think you get the little flowers. Let me see. 6 sheets, very vanilla. Oh, it's actually, no, you don't get the flowers in. Oh yeah, you do, in the refill kit. Yes, yes. Cool. So that is on page 9 of your annual catalogue. So feel free to go to page 9. Now the images again in the catalogue are shown smaller. These ones here are shown at 50%. This sentiment up here is shown at full size to give you a good idea. But even like, I was even looking at these samples here and I thought maybe I'll just make one of those because they're really, really pretty. But then I thought, no, I'll try and do something a bit different. But yeah, they're really beautiful. And remember, you've always got those samples right throughout the catalogue that you can case, copy and selectively edit. So yes, it's a great resource to have. All right, so here we go. It's a photopolymer stamp set. So here we have the stamp set, and you can see the size there is a lot bigger than in the catalogue. And in fact, this one here is quite a lot bigger than I was expecting. So when I first got it, I'm like, oh wow, that's awesome. Like that is a really big pot, that one. Yeah, so, and I just love the font, and you've got some lots of sentiments there for different occasions again. So which we have a lot with Stampin' Up. So you can see I've mounted up most of them all ready to go, and there's just I've just got a few of the sentiments left in there. But yeah, the photopolymer stamps. And then we have the coordinating dies. Now these are, they're just called Boho Indigo dies. We have got, let's pop that down there. I'll just move that back a little bit so it's not reflecting on the stamp case too much. So we've got dies here to cut each of the pots. These little 3 flowers, this little single flower. This one here doesn't have a die. These leaves, they don't have a die, so you can either stamp them directly or fussy cut them. I fussy cut some today in preparation, so I'm a little bit prepared. Then you've got some additional pots here, and I cut out the additional pots just to show you. So let me just pop that aside for a minute. So you've got this one here, which cuts out this one. And then you've got this one, which is this little one. And then this one, hopefully you can still see that. Let me bring that up a bit. This one here, which is this die here. Oh, I haven't put this one on my magnetic sheets yet. You know, I usually like to keep my dies on magnetic sheets, but I only just opened this one up this morning, so I haven't had a chance yet. And then we've got these awesome leaves here as well, which are, they're not any of the stamps, they're just additional dies. So we've got that one there and this one here, these palm leaves here. Aren't they awesome? They're so beautiful. And then the other dies basically cut out the, oh, this is an additional one too, this one. This is an additional pot here. In fact, I'm just wondering, let me just see. Oh, you know what? You can, I think, I should do it to try. So this pot here, it has its own die, this one here. But I think this one too, you can actually make a different shape and cut out the same pot as well. I mean, same design, but different shaped pot. You can use that one there. And in fact, you could probably do it with that one. Oh, you can too. Look, you can do it with the big one there too. So that's really versatile. That die, that actually will fit within those two. So you can cut out a different shaped pot as well, or vase, I should say. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I was thinking that was a standalone one, and then when I looked again, I just thought, oh, hang on a minute. So there we go. So that's pretty cool. So many different choices here. So I'll just make sure I pop these all back so I don't lose them, because I don't have them on my magnetic sheet yet. Okay, so they come in the medley. Now also in the medley, I'll just move those aside. Also in the medley, you get the gorgeous Boho Indigo ribbon, or ribbons, I should say. There's 2 ribbons. So there's a gold ribbon. So this is about, I'm not sure how wide this ribbon is actually. Is it? It's about 0.8 centimeters. Yep. And then you've got this Night of Navy one, which has got like frayed edges, which is really awesome. As you all know, I love, oh, hi Jenny. Oh, it's raining and cold there, is it? Oh, it's a great day to stay inside and do some craft, Jenny. Great to see you, Jenny. Oh, I've got 2 Jennies on here. I've got Jenny Gregg as well. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Thank you for jumping on. So, yes, so we've got the frayed edges just give a really beautiful texture, which I love as well. And you can lay them over the top of each other, which we might even do today. You can lay them over the top of each other like that as well. And the gold one sits beautifully in between those frayed edges. So that's the ribbon. Then we have these adorable little paper flowers, and they've got a little bead in the center. So there's large ones and small ones, and they come in these little packets to keep them all together, which is great. So there's quite a few in there. I know that there's I think there's 40 in the refill kit. I'm not sure how many in the original. Let me see. Yes, there's 20 of the large ones and 20 of the small ones. Oops. And they're just very soft little paper flowers with a little beaded center. So we'll try and incorporate those today in our project. And then we've got all the beautiful designer series paper. Now there are, what did I work out? There's 48 sheets. I'm not going to pull out all 48 sheets this time because I already got them out for you to show you. And I did have them all separated nicely, but now I had popped them down, and so now they are all together. Now when you get them, make sure you separate them out, because when I first, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So you get 6 different designs, and they're all double-sided. So this is one side, this is the other side. Aren't they gorgeous? And you get 8 sheets of each one. So that's a total of 48 double-sided pieces of designer series paper in 6 by 6 inches. So they are absolutely gorgeous. So much so that I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't even know which one I'm going to use yet. I was really struggling with which one. I kind of really like these 3 here. I was thinking maybe one of those I will use today. But yeah, they're all gorgeous. So it's a bit hard to choose. So that's the papers. Then as well as that, you get, now let me separate them. You get, oh yeah, so what I was going to say is make sure you separate them all when you're going through the pack and count them out. There is 8 sheets of each one. I found that they, some of them had stuck together, and I was counting them going, oh, there's 6. And then of the next color, oh, there's 7. How many is there supposed to be? And then the next one, I was like, oh, there's 8. Oh, hang on, there's supposed to be 8. So then I went back again and recounted the others and realized that they were a little bit stuck to each other. You know, sometimes papers can do that. So just give them a good fan when you take them out of the packet, and then just separate them all. Make sure, because I thought, oh wow, these are really, really thick, which they are. They're quite good thickness, but I thought, wow, these are really thick like cardstock. But no, I had 2 stuck together. All right, and so then you get these beautiful embossed pieces as well. Yes, so the colors, Jenny, to let you know, sorry, thank you for asking about the colors. The colors are Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, which is our new in color blue, Garden Green, Gold, Very Vanilla, and White. So you've got a combination of the blues, and you've got the white and the vanilla, so either will work, and then you've got the green thrown in. Yeah, that's okay. I saw your typo and I knew what you meant, Jenny. All good. Yes. Yes, they are blue. So Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight, they're really beautiful. All right, and then you get these very vanilla embossed pieces of cardstock, which are awesome. So there's diamond shapes, there's like a florally leaf shape, and then you've got this circular shape as well. And you get 2 sheets of each of those. So there's 6 of those to go with the papers. Just move that down. So I'll lay everything out here together so you can see. All right, and then there is also 2 sheets of, oh, where's the other one? There we go. 2 sheets of green leaves. So this is in, they're green and gold actually. So this is in garden green. It's a sort of a watercolor effect. So they're a little bit softer, but they're on a vanilla background, and they've got the gold. Hopefully you can see the gold highlights in there, or the gold foiling in there. They're really beautiful. So you've got 2 sheets of those. Then you've got all these labels as well, and some little gold flowers which match the flowers in the paper and the stamps. And these have got beautiful gold borders. So there's 2 sheets of that one, and then there's 2 sheets of the other one. So there's so many things, like I'm running out of room to put all of this down actually. And then these labels as well, and then you've got some larger flowers there, and all of these awesome labels here. So there you go. So all of that, and here's the big paper pack. So this is all the paper here. So you get all the 48 sheets in there. I just pulled out one of each to show you. So that all comes together. You get it in a bag like this with a board, a really strong board in there to keep everything nice and flat. The stamp set doesn't come in the bag. The stamp set is separate, but it comes in a box. So that's all packaged in a bag, and then it comes in a big white box like that. So everything's all together. So yes, so that is awesome. I really love it, and it's really, really pretty. Whoops, there's my little note about how many papers there were, so that I didn't forget when I was telling you. So yeah, so all of this is on, all of these ones are on a vanilla base. And then with the papers, some are on vanilla, very vanilla, and some of them are on Whisper White. So there's a bit of a combo there. But they're also gorgeous, aren't they? What does everyone think? Do you love it? It's really, really beautiful. All right, so let's get started. Now I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with, so I've got all of the colors out that are in the suite, except for the gold. I didn't get gold out, but I've got the blues and so I've got my vanilla, my Night of Navy, my Misty Moonlight, and my Garden Green. So I thought we'll stick to the color palette as much as possible. Oh, one thing I was going to say too is I may introduce one of the browns, the natural tones, because we've got the natural tones in the little beads that are in the flowers. So what I was going to show you, let me show you, I'll put it on top of here actually. So I played with some of the colors as I mentioned, and so here's some of the samples that I did just to see the different colorings. So this one is Misty Moonlight, and then this is Misty Moonlight stamped off. So this is the first generation, and then this is the second generation. And then this is the same with the Night of Navy. So this is the first generation. This one I didn't stamp so well, so I did another one up here. So it shows you the difference between the Night of Navy and the Misty Moonlight. When you first stamp them, they look very close in color, but once the ink dries and absorbs into that cardstock, you can see the difference between the two blues. So Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight. And then I did a soft suede one over here. Aren't the pots just gorgeous? They're so beautiful. So that was my first sample. Then I did, I tried the pots in crumb cake. So, or the vases, I should say. Vases or pots. To me, they're pots because they're big and they're like ceramic ones, not like a clear glass vase. But you can call them whichever you like. So these ones here are crumb cake. So first generation and then stamped off. And then this one is Sahara Sand. But just my personal preference, I didn't like the Sahara sand as much with the blues. I preferred either the crumb cake or the soft suede. I think today we're going to use soft suede. And then again, we've got the Night of Navy and the Misty Moonlight there. So turn them up that way. How cute are these? I love that little floral pattern on that, that pot there. Then I did some of the leaves. So then I did, well, then I did the soft suede again, and I did first generation and then stamped off again, but that was a bit too light. Unless you're doing it in a background, that would work if you're doing it in a background. Then I played around with the greens for the leaves. So here's all my greens, and you can see I've just used scraps to do all my sampling on. So we've got Just Jade, first generation, and Just Jade stamped off. Then I had Garden Green and Garden Green stamped off. Mossy Meadow and Mossy Meadow stamped off, which I thought looked a little bit dark for this coloration for this particular product medley. Then there's Old Olive, which is just first generation, and then Pear Pizzazz, which are both first generation, but the first one I didn't stamp very well, so I just did it again. So there's all the greens that I was playing with to see which one would go best, and I think I am going to stick with the Garden Green because it is in, I either liked the Garden Green or the Pear or the Olive, but I think I'm going to go Garden Green because that is the colour in the product medley, and that also coordinates with these pre-printed and die-cut leaves. If I choose to use them as well, it goes with those. So I thought we'll keep the colour palette the same. Yeah. So yes, so I've been having lots of fun, and then I stamped a whole heap of the little flowers. So I did some in crumb cake. I did an extra green one because I've already fussy cut one ready for today, so I'm partly prepared. And then I did some flowers as well. These ones are all in the Misty Moonlight as well, and we've got some crumb cake there too. So yes, so I've been having a little play. All right, so just to give you an idea of what the colours look like, and that gave me a bit of a direction as well as to where I was heading with my card today. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with a Night of Navy base, I think, today. So I'm going to just cut this A4 sheet in half at 14.85 on my trimmer. And then I'm going to turn that around and I'm going to score that with my scoring blade at 10.5, and then that becomes my card base. Oh, hi Kathy, how are you? Great to see you. Oh my goodness, what time is it over there in Texas at this hour? It must be really, really early. So then just burnish that with your bone, fold it so that you've got a nice crisp fold for your card, and I'll put this one aside for another project, or perhaps if we need additional colors. Now I was going to choose, as I showed you the designer series papers, I was choosing which one. I think I really like that one. I think that one is jumping out at me, or that one. I think because we're going on to a Night of Navy card base, we probably need a piece that has the very vanilla base to it, rather than putting, well, you could put the Night of Navy. Oh, you're doing well. It's 2 a.m. Why on earth are you awake at 2 a.m., my friend? That's crazy hour. Are you still up crafting? This one would still go, actually. This one you could do as well, but yeah, I think I want to go with the lighter ones. So yeah, I think I will go with either that one or that one. That one's really pretty too. That one looks like it's got the Misty Moonlight in the background. Look at that one too. All right, let's see. Let's lay them down and just see. So that one would be nice too in the background. Maybe use that as an accent piece. This is really cool, and I like that too, but probably not straight on the Night of Navy. Or you could. Not for mine today though. All right, so I'm going with either this one. So I do like that. And that, let me see. I think it's this one that coordinates with the flowers in the pot. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one, I think. I like this one best for this project. Tomorrow I might like a different one best, but I think I like this one the best. All right, so I am going to, you went to bed very early and just woke up. So you might as well make cards and watch me. Oh, yay! That sounds great to me, Kathy. All right, so I am, oh, you love the Boho Medley. Yes, have you ordered this one yet? It's really beautiful. So I think I'm going to go with, let me just see. Actually, you know what? Let me just grab out a piece of, yep, I've already got one of these. I've already got a very vanilla card front cut down. So I'm just thinking, will I add that on there? No, I think I'm just going to go with this directly onto here. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay this down like this, and I'm going to measure the amount that I need for that, because that is, well, actually I can do it that way. Yeah. What was I just thinking? So I was thinking of half a centimeter each side, and that one is 10.5. So if I cut this at 9.5, and I want my pattern running that way, because otherwise the flowers look sideways. So that's the thing, always look at your patterns on your designer series paper and try and work out. Some of the patterns it doesn't matter because they're random and they go in all directions, so it doesn't matter. But ones like this, just be wary of where the stems are, because if you put it that way, it would probably look like the design was going sideways, and I want my design going landscape. So I have to cut it that way. So I'm going to put it in my trimmer and cut it at 9.5. Okay, and I'm going to have it going side to side, so I need to now cut it at 14.85. Just double check. Yep, that's right. Making sure I'm getting my measurements correct today because I'm often measurement challenged when I'm doing a live. Let me bring my trimmer in so I'm not constantly turning away from you all. I feel like I'm turning my back on you all when I'm going and doing my cutting over there. I feel rude. All right, so cut this one at 14.85 centimeters. Now this is for an A4 card base. So of course, those of you that are from America, you will have different measurements. So yeah, so that is going to go, that's going to run right across like that. Okay, oh, that's beautiful already. You know what, you could just do that, put some ribbon on, put a sentiment, done. But of course, you know, I don't do that, do I? I always make things more complicated. Someone said to me yesterday, you need to do things more simply. You need to, yes, you get things done a lot quicker if you simplify things. I'm like, yes, I know, but you know, that's not what I do. All right, so I'm going to start with that. Now let's bring in, I want to use some of those beautiful embossed, just get my paper organized here because I've got everything going everywhere. All right, so cardstock and these bits and pieces. So I'm going to just set aside the labels, and then I was thinking of using, so oh yep, that's the one that just jumped out at me. I'm going to use some of the embossed paper or cardstock behind the pots. So I need to just work out the width that I want to have those. So I seem to be doing a lot of landscape cards lately. I don't want to take away from the beautiful floral designer series paper either. So I need to just have a look and see. So I've got a few of the pots that I already stamped in Night of Navy, and I went ahead and die cut those ahead of time just so that, well actually I die cut more than what I needed, but I was planning to have a card already put together to show you before I then went ahead and redid it for the live. But of course I ran out of time. Actually, this one is better die cut, so let's swap that one out. I ran out of time, so I didn't get it done. All right, so I'm going to have 2 of those pots and I'm going to have 1 of these ones, but I'm thinking, yeah, I only want a little bit. I don't want too much of this. And then I'm thinking I might pop that one with that pot, perhaps. Might lose that actually on that background. And then with the other flowers, I was going to die cut those. So I haven't die cut those yet, but I was going to die cut those. But now I'm thinking I'm going to lose them on that blue background, aren't I? Dilemma. Dilemma, dilemma, dilemma. All right, so let me just see. I know that I want those 3 pots. And I know that I want some of this. So maybe if I just use a smaller amount of that, perhaps, and then oh, I have an idea. I'm going to grab some vellum. Hang on, let me grab some vellum. Where's my vellum? There it is. All right, so I've got a piece of vellum there as well. I might bring that in too. So I really want to incorporate this beautiful embossed piece, but I'm just thinking which way am I going to do it? You don't see enough of it if I do it that way. Let's go this way and just see. So this is, I think I should call Monday's crafting on the fly, because I feel like a lot of the time I'm crafting on the fly with you all and working it out as I go. Because, you know, I'm always creating. I always have so many projects to create for different things. And so there's almost always so much going on that I don't always have time to prepare projects for Mondays. When I get around to Mondays, they creep up on me every week. They always creep up on me. So I might just cut a strip of that. Let's see, what have we got there? About 5 centimeters. Let me cut a 5 centimeter strip of this one. Oh, or I have an idea. So just wondering where my, oh, okay, I've got these labels. I wonder if they would work. I was just thinking, I've got, these are the Tasteful label dies. I was just thinking, would they work? They might be a bit narrow. Yeah, I might get out my rectangles, I think. Let me just grab my rectangles. Hi, Robin. That's okay, no worries. Oh, you were literally thinking of vellum at the same time, Amber? Yeah, it's a sign. Yeah. Okay. This is my stitched rectangles. I think perhaps this this would look nice with a stitched rectangle. So let me just see which sizes we have here. Because I don't want to cover up all of that beautiful paper, but I kind of know the elements that I want to get down. Okay, that one might be a bit of a squeeze. Yes, that one's going to be too squeezy. About this one that's longer. So many choices. It might be too narrow. We might need to go one bigger. Oh, here we go. Oh, about this one. Let's try that one. All right, so I'll quickly run this through the die cutting machine and just cut a piece of, now I'm not going to cut it out of the center, of course. I'm going to cut it down near the corner because I don't want to waste all that beautiful embossed cardstock. So let me just quickly run that through. Okay, that was nice and quick. Did that cut through? Yes, it did. Just got to try and get the, oh, let me do my little, I've got a little trick that I do with my bone folder. Tell me if anybody else does this. If you just get your bone folder under the corner, then you can run it around. And that should just pop out then. This is quite thick, this Very Vanilla, actually. It's quite thick for that die. I probably should have run that die through twice because it's quite thick. And because it's embossed as well, I feel like the embossing on the die has actually grabbed hold of that cardstock much more strongly than what it would on just a plain piece of cardstock. So if that makes sense to everybody, hopefully it does. Do you, that's a good question, Amber. Do you lose the embossing depth if run through the die cutting machine? It doesn't appear so. Just have a look and see. No, I didn't lose any of that depth of the embossed detail on that at all. So that's great. That was a good question. Thank you. Not at all. Alrighty, so we'll pop that down like so. Then if we have that, I'll pop that up a little bit because I know I want to run some of that ribbon down. Oh, that's so, look at that. That's looking really pretty already. Then if I actually put these down a bit lower, I might not need the vellum in the end. Put these down here like this along the bottom. That little bit of stitching kind of grounds them a bit too. And then if that one is coming out of the pot, and then I could do the other little flowers coming out of the other ones. All right, so let me move this to the side. Oh, also, hang on a minute. Wait, so we've got that, or we have these ones, which I die cut earlier from the dies from this set, but that's a little bit too, I'll move that down to the bottom, perhaps. And we could have a couple of those coming out of there. Oops, that one just pushed the other one out of the way. Did you see that? Obviously need to position them properly. Coming out of there. Oh, that could be awesome. I like that. Needs to just go a little bit higher, but yeah, I like that. Or we could have a couple of the palm leaves coming out of there too. That would also be awesome. Could have those coming out of there. I like that as well. Ah, so many choices. All right, let's just go with the, we'll die cut the flowers and then we'll decide about those. But we've got lots of choices there. I think I like them better than the hand cut. If you were just stamping straight onto, oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, I think I like that too. Yes, I agree. If you were just stamping this onto ordinary, like a Whisper White background or a Very Vanilla background, I think that would be great. Just for this particular card, the way that I'm doing it, I don't, yeah, it's not what I envisaged. So we'll save that bit. All right, yes, so I'm happy with this so far. All right, let's bring in the die cutting machine. I'll just move that aside and pop my vellum over there. Now, of course, the other thing is too, you also have these leaves, so you could certainly pop out any of those and use them in the pots as well, or you can use them as additional embellishment on your cards too. So don't forget about those. I'll bring in the die cutting machine to die cut those other flowers. Oh, I wonder how heavy our new machine will be when that comes out. Because this old Big Shot here is so heavy that I guess they've got a lot of mechanisms inside of them, so that probably does make them heavy. Sorry, I'm just cleaning off my plate from when I was doing my die cutting earlier. And I need to order some new plates because these plates are getting very worn and scratched up and they're buckling now and things like that. So I need to order some more very soon. All right, so I'm going to die cut some of the groups of 3 flowers. Make sure I get that around the right way. It goes that way. And I've stamped some of the little individual flowers in crumb cake, so I'll die cut a couple of those as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet because I also want to use the little paper flowers, but let's just die cut a few anyway, just to, then we've got lots of options and we can have a little fiddle and a play, and then we can choose which ones we like and we can all choose together. You can all help me. I like it when you help me and you interact with me during my lives. It makes it so much more fun. I feel like I always say that, but it's so true. And that's what lives are all about, isn't it? It's about sharing the experience together. Oh, look where my handle is. All right, let's turn it around. Sorry if I'm making everyone dizzy. I think I did that last week too. I didn't look where I was putting it down and I ended up with my handle on the wrong side. Okay. Okay, so they die cut out. Oh, I was a little bit off with that one. I was a little bit off with both of those actually. That's all right, we've got plenty more. So we'll do a few more. So who else is excited about the new die cutting machine coming out soon? And who is planning to buy it? Tell me, tell me. I certainly am. I can't wait. It's very, very exciting. And it's been a long time coming too. So it's, you know, the anticipation has just been incredible. Just waiting for it. And now we've got a date when the big machine at least is coming out. So that is super exciting. And anyone that missed me talking about that at the beginning of my live, feel free to watch the replay later because I did give information. Oh my goodness, I can't get that. Information and dates as to when that's going to be available. So be sure to go back and check that later on. All right, sorry, that little flower is a little tad fiddly. And oh, your Big Shot's worn out, is it, Diane? So yes, good. And Kathy, you want the smaller one. Very excited for that one. Awesome. Yes, we have to just wait a little bit longer for the small one. It's not going to be ready at the same time as the big one, unfortunately, because of, thanks to COVID-19. Yes, COVID has really put a spanner in the works of a lot of things, hasn't it? It's, I know we've had, oh, just so many things, but also to, you know, postage and deliveries and, you know, ordering online and things like that. There's been a lot of delays. So yes, I think COVID-19's got a lot to answer for. But, you know, we are going to get through it. And I think too, some good things have come out of it. Like it's made people more aware as well about, you know, hygiene and how germs spread. Certainly, I'm sure that it has taught a lot of people about that, because I think a lot of the time, you know, we just get sick, we get a cold, whatever. Nobody really thinks too much about it. But now with all the hand washing and everything, people are realizing, oh yeah, germs actually spread really easily, which is so true. I know all the preschool teachers and staff of my preschool where I work have never been so healthy this term because, you know, we simply just can't accept children if they're not well at the moment, and parents aren't sending them if they're not well. And so it's kept the staff really healthy, and the additional hand washing and constantly monitoring the children's hand washing and things like that. So yeah, there are the positives in there too, and we have to remember those, don't we? All right, I'm going to do one more. Actually, what do I need? I probably don't need one more of those. I might just do one more little blue flower. I've got a couple of brown ones. I'll do another little blue one. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Line this one up. There we go. It's a bit hard to get my head in there to see where to line it up because I've got the camera right above me. Yeah, with the small machine, Kathy, too, I was going to say I'll probably be using that one on the majority of my lives rather than the big one too, because unless I'm, of course, embossing, then I'll use the big one. But yeah, I think it'll be so much easier just to move around on my desk and things. It won't be so bulky and easier to lift. Alrighty, so we've got those. Let me just pop away my dies, but I don't want to lose this little one. That one would be easily lost. And to grab the other one, pop that away. Okay, so now we've got all of these die cut. And I will pop these up on dimensionals, of course. Whoops, can't pick those up. There we go. And we'll grab those out as well. Those little ones. And then we've got our little individual ones here as well, with a couple of brown ones, crumb cake ones thrown in as well, just to add a bit of extra colour, because, you know, we've got a, well, it's actually soft suede pot. It's not crumb cake. But, yeah. All right. And then, so then we can pop these up on dimensionals coming out of the pot. And we might even be able to pop a bit of greenery behind those ones too. How would that look if we had some greenery and then the flowers as well? Oh yeah, that would be good. Look at that. That would be great. And then we can pop a little, I think the little mini flowers. Let's get a couple of those out. They're so cute, these little paper flowers. You can maybe pop one of those in the center there, or a little bit off center. Yeah, that would be cute. All right, and then we have to decide about the ribbon. I really want to put this ribbon on the card as well because it's so beautiful. So normally I run my ribbon along the bottom, but this time perhaps I might run it along the top. Let's see. I do both, or I just do the gold. Let's see if they're layered on top of each other. Put it across the top, underneath the leaves, of course, not on top of. Across the top there. I'm not sure about putting it across the top though. What do you think? It's quite heavy. Maybe just the gold. If I'm going to go across the top, I'm thinking maybe just the gold. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I'm just going to do the gold. Oh, you like both, Diane. I thought the navy looked a little bit top heavy on the top. If I was going underneath the pots, it might be okay. But I'm not sure that I can go. If I move this up, let's see if I can move this up a bit. Let's just see. There and there. I just want to see if I can get the height with the leaves if I move that up. So I can't have it going off the top of the card. That's got to come up. Yeah, it might be a bit tricky to get it underneath, I think. So it's a bit too thick. It's beautiful though. Oh, I could run it underneath the, I'll run it underneath that one. That's what I'll do. Okay, I'll run it underneath that one. All right, so what I'll do first of all, let me just move my little, I have to get my slippers off. I have my slippers on and they're like sheepskin and my feet are getting so hot. Oh, I just saw your comment, Kathy. What about putting the ribbon under the embossed layer? Which is what I just decided. And then I looked up and that's what you had said. Great minds think alike. Yes. So that is meant to be as well. All right. Oops. Just got a little bit fraying off the end there. So I'm just going to trim that off so that's not getting in the way. Alrighty. So let me work out where this is going to go. So that'll now have to go in about the middle. So my ribbon will go, I want that down lower than the middle. So my ribbon will go about there. All right, around the top of, okay, about there. All right, so I will cut my ribbon just a bit wider than my card front so that I can wrap that around, and I will put the gold on the inside as well. I'll have the two ribbons together. So beautiful. So many options with this product medley, hey? Like there's just so much you could do with it, with all these products. It'd be great in your scrapbooking too. If you're a scrapbooker, it would be fantastic for your scrapbooking. All right, so I'm going to use mini glue dots to adhere my ribbon. Mini glue dots are the best for ribbon, most ribbons, but hang on a minute, it doesn't want to stick. Oh yes, I got it. So I was going to say, hang on a minute, it doesn't want to stick to this ribbon, but it is. It was trying to trick me. There we go. All right, so we will just wrap that around. It went about there. Adhere that at the back. Now, I think I said it last time too, being careful when you're wrapping ribbon around your designer series paper, being careful not to pull it too tight so that your designer series paper doesn't bow. There, that'll be good. Alrighty, and then we'll put the gold over the top of that. I might even, I'm going to put some, actually I might pop a couple of glue dots underneath that ribbon as well, just to hold it down. Even though we're going to be putting that other piece over the top, I just want to make sure that that ribbon stays where it's supposed to. And you'll see it through a little bit, but that's okay because that's going to be covered up by the embossed cardstock. I just want to make sure that it doesn't pop up. That's it. It's wanting to curl that a little bit. I pulled it a little bit tight. All right, there we go. And then we'll do the same with the, I'll just put one glue dot in the middle of the gold and one on each end. The other thing I was just thinking, if I had have thought of, well, I still could do it actually. I might do it. Is incorporate a little bit of gold cardstock, which would go beautifully with the gold ribbon as well. Hold that there. Just wrapping that around. It fits beautifully. This gold ribbon fits beautifully right in the center there of that Night of Navy, between those two frayed edges. There we go. And then, yep, so they'll be good once I get them stuck down. Actually, I think that one on that side's higher. Let me just measure here on my grid paper. Did I get that higher? Oh, just fractionally. Just a fraction. I'll just move that down a little bit. Always the way. Trying to get it lined up. And it's got to go there. And wrap that over the back. There we go. Oh, hi Glenda, how are you? Great to see you here today. You use tear and tape on the wider ribbon? Yeah, that's a great idea, Jenny. I often do as well. I just haven't today, but I often do. I'm going to grab a little bit of gold cardstock as well, because I think I want to pop a little bit of gold just behind the edges of the top and bottom there. Let me grab a little bit of gold cardstock. Now I've got some perfect pieces to use. I've got some offcuts here, so I'll be able to use those. I'm just going to put a little strip behind there. So I'll just trim that down. So I've got 14.85, and then I probably only need about, I reckon about a centimetre. Yeah, because I only want the smallest amount coming up from there. So I'm just going to now cut 2 strips of 1 centimetre, just to give me enough to play with. I only want a very small little bit popping out from underneath the edges there, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. Yes, I like that. That's going to be pretty. Hi Rose, how are you? Late again. That's okay, no problem. The replay is always there for you to go back and see the bits that you've missed, so no problem at all. All right, so just use a little bit of Tombow along there. And I'll just pop that underneath there. Just to give just a tiny little bit of gold border. That's beautiful. That'll be beautiful. Love, love, love. It's just a little bit, just to tie in with that gold ribbon as well. Of course, the paper would look beautiful just on its own. I'm just going to flip that around upside down so I can get into there. Yeah, so you certainly could just put the paper down on its own and it would still be beautiful if you didn't have any gold or you didn't want to use the gold. I just wanted to add a little bit of bling, a little bit of extra bling. Make sure I'm getting that straight. Whoops, that side sticking out a little bit. Go across. And the good thing, of course, with your Tombow glue is you do have that time to get it into place if you don't push it down too hard to begin with. There we go. Oops, now I've got glue on my sheet there. Get that off so that it doesn't stick to everything. Just rub that off there. Hopefully I got enough of that off there. Great. There we go. Oh, look, I've got a little bit of an ooze out here. Just get rid of that. Alrighty. So that will be just gorgeous. In fact, I probably even could have had a little bit less of the gold, but I still want to be able to see it. So all good. I'm just going to wipe that glue from my fingers so I don't transfer it anywhere. Alrighty, so now we can adhere that down to the base and then we can start layering on all the other components now that we've got that ribbon down. And that is good. Now that ribbon is really thick, so we're going to have to use our dimensionals to pop that up so that it's sitting over the top of those 2 ribbons. In fact, I think I'm even going to pop down some more glue dots on this side just to hold that down, because it really is very, very thick ribbon, that one. And I'll do the same on the other side as well, just so it doesn't pop up. There we go. All right, so let's adhere that down now to our base. In fact, let me just think, because that's going to be, let's just see. Yeah, no, that'll be okay. I was just checking the bulkiness of that ribbon, It will be a little bit bulky, but I think it will be okay. All right, so I'm about to use the brand new Stamp and Seal, which, as I said, I had a little bit of a play with that just before I went live today, because I just received it today. So I've just had a little bit of a play, and there is a little bit of a technique just to get the hang of how to use that, and it feels different to our old snail. So if you're just jumping on now, so there's a little cap that comes off the end. Now you should feel sticky on the end. If you don't feel any sticky on the end, just roll that little roller a little bit with your finger or your thumb, just to get the sticky started. And I can see that it's just there now. And then I found when I was having a play with it, if I held it more upright, it ran a lot more. If you get it started, I've got to get it on the end of the roller. There we go. I found if I held it up and then lifted it at the end, then it ran quite well. You don't need, you got to get the feel for it. It doesn't need a firm pressure with this one, whereas with our seal, you used quite a firm pressure. But with this one, you don't actually need, oh, it's very sticky too. You don't need a really, really firm pressure, just a really light touch. Try and get some there on my ribbon so that sticks down as well. And then lift up. If you're finding that you're having trouble with it at the end, when you go to stop rolling it, you can actually just give it a little flick to the side, and that helps to break the adhesive. But otherwise you just lift it up. There we go. Now, and it's stronger than our snail as well. The snail that we had, it's actually stronger than that too. All right, so let's pop this down. Oh, it's really, really sticky. I can feel it. It's sticking to my fingers. So I'll make sure that I get this in the right spot before I push it down. And get that up a little bit higher, 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 higher. Trying to line that up top to bottom. There we go. And side to side. All right, and then give that a nice firm press to hold that all down. Great. Oh, awesome. There we go. So there we've got our base. Had a little bit of oozing there with the Tombow, but that's okay. I'll clean that up afterwards. All right, so now we need to pop down our little embossed piece, which I've die cut with the rectangle dies. So I'll just work out where that is going to go again, and I'll just measure it with this pot because this is going to have the tallest. Oh, yep, so that'll be all right if I put that right at the bottom. All right, so that's going to be, that's going to go there. And so that's going to actually sit on top of that ribbon, and because that ribbon is quite wide, in fact, I wonder if it lends to having a bigger panel. Oh, we'll go with that one. But yeah, so I'm going to put dimensionals under there, and it is going to sit up on that ribbon. So I might even need to put, oh, I'll work it out as we go. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to pop my dimensionals. Might need some minis down the bottom. We'll see. Okay, I've got so many sheets of nearly finished dimensionals, so I think we'll use those ones up first. I'll use some of these edge pieces. And I want to be sure that this piece is not going to sag anywhere, so I'll be using lots of dimensionals. So I might just cut this with my tape scissors. Does everybody use up their edge pieces of their dimensionals? I hope you all do. Yes, I was going to perhaps use the minis at the bottom. I'm just going to put some of these offcuts at the edge there. In fact, what I could do is some of these little really skinny bits, I could run them along the bottom because they won't be as bulky as the minis. And then that way they won't get in the way of the ribbon. So I use a few of these little bits and that'll be really good. I've got some more over here somewhere. So many little strips of dimensional. There we go. I'll use that one there. There. Okay, so that should fit over. Now let me check to see. Yep. Yeah, it'll be sitting down a little bit lower. I probably should have put that ribbon up a tad higher, but that's okay. That'll be all right. All right, so we'll just remove the backing of our dimensionals. And oh yes, you all use the edges of your dimensionals. Good on you. Oh, awesome. Well done. Glad to hear it. Yes. When I first started with Stampin' Up, I didn't know about using the edges and I used to just throw them away. And then I learnt about using them. I'm like, oh my goodness, all those years I was, well, not all those years. It wasn't that long. But yes, I had been wasting all those edge pieces. So glad to hear that you are all using all your edge pieces too. All right, so I think I got all those backings off. Yes, I did. All right, so we'll pop down that gorgeous, make sure I get those bottom ones straddling that ribbon. And pop that down there. Oops, straight would be helpful, wouldn't it? Yep. Straight would be really helpful. There, I think that's about straight. Is that straight? I think that's about straight. All right, great. Pop that all down. Awesome, now we can get our pots on. All right, so I'm going to pop those just in place to see. I think I'll put the pots down flat and then everything else would be, no, I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals actually. I'm going to grab some minis this time. Actually, let's just keep using the edge pieces. That one's, oh, that one's got an extra piece stuck on top of it. Oh, that's not good. Can I salvage it? Can I salvage it? Can I salvage it? Yes. All right, so I'll use that one and then cut this one up. That bit is no good. Now I want to put that down a little bit lower so that I can get my stems at the back of there. Awesome. And then we will get some more of my little edge pieces. I've got some from the minis here and they're a little bit bigger, which will be good for these other pots. So I'm just going to cut them into little pieces. There we go. And pop them. Probably only need two per pot. I think shall be plenty. And also too, if you were sticking these flat, you need to make sure that you are using a strong adhesive, because remember you're going to be adhering them onto a textured surface, and whenever you're adhering onto a textured surface, you always make sure that you have a really strong adhesive, because otherwise it might not stick really well and you don't want it lifting back off. So, okay, so we'll have those there like that. Line them up. Great. I'll pop my middle one down first. Put that one down there. Get him straight, and then the other one. Haven't got much more to do, we just have to put all our flowers down. So it shouldn't hopefully take too long. That one, and then the other one. I love these. They remind me of the oh, what's the name of those blue, that like the blue oriental sort of styled porcelain. Does anybody know what that's called? Just trying to think of what it's called. I'm going to trim the stems of these ones so that I can get them down into the pot. Yeah, what are they called? That, or the I don't know if it's Chinese. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's it. Ming. Yes, that's what this reminds me of. The Ming porcelain. Yeah, they'll be good like that. All right, so I'll let them sit there for a minute. And then we're going to pop one of these in there. Oh, I'm going to need to trim that quite a bit, aren't I? There we go. And we'll grab another one of those. So these leafy parts, I'm just trimming them down a bit so that I can get them in behind the pots, because I've got that those dimensionals in there. So they can sit at the back. They'll be adhered flat, and then I will mount the flowers above them, and then those two can have the ferns. Yeah, that'll be cool. If you wanted to, you could change up the color too. You could use different greens in there. Oh, you know what I might do? Just adding a little bit of something. I'm going to just grab out my dauber for my soft suede. And because I've got the soft suede ink out, and I've got the garden green out too. Let me grab, I just might add a little bit of tone. Sorry about that. I just grabbing out my daubers, garden green. And we'll just add a little bit of tone to the leaves there, to find my garden green. Where is it? There it is. Alrighty. Pop them out of the way. Okay, soft suede and garden green. Let's just soft suede, garden green. I'll just go over. I'll do it down here. It's just going to go over the veins a little bit too, to see if they would stand out a bit with the garden green, and then just around the edges as well. Just to give them a little bit of something so that they're not flat. If you don't want to do this step, you wouldn't have to. You could just totally put them down just as they are. Just always gives them a little bit of an extra lift, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, so you can see the difference there between the coloration of the two. And let's do a little bit of soft suede on this one and just see. I don't want too much though, so I'll dab it off a bit on my scrap paper over there. And just add a little bit of tone to it. Yeah, if you're adding, if you're daubering, just always check your dauber first on paper to be sure that you don't have too much ink loaded on there, because otherwise you don't want to get it too dark, or, you know, darker than what you'd hoped to. There we go. That one in there. Yeah, that just gives them a little bit of something. And the other ones I'm just going to leave just as they are. You always love the edges done on your cards too, Jenny? Yeah, I used to do a lot of daubering. Actually, I could have done it around here too, but I've already stuck it down now. Yes, I used to do, well, I still do a fair bit of daubering, but probably not as much as I used to. I just really love the distressed look. It's kind of used to be my thing, but as I said, I don't do it as much probably nowadays as what I used to. So then I'll just add a little bit of Tombow onto those ones to hold that down. Let's put it at a bit more of an angle coming out of the pot there, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Just a little bit there. There we go. And with these ones, I'm going to put, I'll adhere this one down flat. Just put a bit of Tombow on that one. Just make sure that that's sitting within the edge of the actual card base. And then this one will pop a little, I'm going to pop a little mini dimensional on there. My minis. Oh. Here they are. There's my full sheet of minis. Let's pop a little mini there. That be enough? Yep, that'll be good. And then what I'll do to make sure that that one's not going to go anywhere, I'll put a little bit of Tombow glue on the actual stem of the flower so that it adheres to the pot as well, just because it's only got, and I'm going to adhere it to the top under there. I'll just slide it in under there, pop that down, there we go, and then make sure that that adheres there. There we go. And then if you wanted to, you could pop, and I might do it later, but I'm not too worried now, you could pop 2 dimensionals because it'll be 2 layers just under the tip, but I might do that a little bit later. Alrighty, so now we can get the flowers down on this one here and on the other one. So I think we're going to mount them up. Where will we mount them? Like that and like that. I think they need to be popped up on little dimensionals again. So we'll pop one under here, which will go on there, and then one in the middle there beside that. And then under this top flower here, I'm going to put double dimensionals because it's going to be sitting on the lower level and it'll be sort of two layers up. So we'll just take all of those off. May to, sorry Jenny, I'm not understanding what you're referring to. May to? Not sure what you're referring to there, Jenny. More explanation, please. There we go. So that is, oh, hang on a minute. Where did that stick? Oh, that stuck in the wrong spot. That didn't stick on the vase itself. It stuck actually on the bottom layer, which I didn't want it there. I wanted it on the vase. I might not have put it down low enough. There we go. Or at enough of an angle. There, that's better. Great. Good, good, good. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So again, one there, one in the middle, and 2 at the top. So 1, 2. The reason I'm doing 2 layers, just to explain, is because this is already layered on one layer. Then I'm layering this part of the flower on top of that layer. So then that is 2 layers down to the embossed piece. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody. Alrighty, so I'll get that up there. There we go, beautiful. And now we've got our little paper flowers here to add a little bit of dimension in there. So it's going to add one there. And perhaps one up there. I don't want them both exactly the same. So there, that would work. And we're just going to add a little bit of Tombow underneath those little paper flowers. Going to put that one there. Beautiful. Now these extra little ones, I didn't use them because they're actually, when I looked at them, I thought, oh, they're actually a different type of flower. So I don't, although the paper flower is too. So I don't know that they will go so much. So I think I'm not going to worry about those ones. Now I was going to use the happy birthday stamp that came with it, which was this one, a bunch of birthday love to you. But obviously, as you can see, there's not space for that now. So I'm just thinking, there's a little thank you on there, but I was hoping to make it into a birthday card. So what I might do is I'll grab my itty bitty birthday sentiments, and I'll see if we can pop just a little birthday sentiment down here. But yeah, that's looking really cute. I quite like that. Yes. All right. So I grabbed my itty bitty birthdays, and oh, I was wondering too. Probably don't need it actually. It's quite busy already, but I was just thinking about a little gold bow over at the side there, but I'm not sure if it's going to need it. Let me just try that first. I need to get my sentiment. Oh, the happy birthday put inside. I could, oh, that greeting. Yes, I could put that greeting on the inside. That's a great idea, Diane. Thank you. Yes, I might just see if I've got a little happy birthday that I can just pop on the front, and then that other greeting I can put inside. Bow. No, I don't think it needs a bow. I actually don't think. I think there's enough going on there that it doesn't need the bow. Itty bitty greetings, itty bitty birthdays. So we have itty bitty greetings and we've got itty bitty birthdays. But in fact, the itty bitty greetings are smaller, although we've got a birthday wishes one there. I wonder if that would fit. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's hard to read them when they're back to front. There it is, birthday wishes. Let's see, would that fit? That might almost fit. Let's see what else we have. Have we got a really tiny happy birthday? Oh, that's a really tiny happy birthday. That one there. That's really tiny. You know what? I'll stamp both and emboss both, and then we'll see which one we go with. Yeah. Okay. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Alrighty, so I'll just mount this one up. And my happy birthday can go on that one. All right, we'll do some Night of Navy cardstock for those. And I happen to have a scrap here, nice and handy. And we'll emboss that in white. Let me just make some space for my embossing tool here. Got stuff going everywhere. Oh, and I had best put my cap back on my Stampin' Seal as well. Alrighty, make some space here, and I will grab my heat tool. Alrighty, so we've got that there ready. Okay, so we'll just I'll get my Versamark out, plug that in, we are good to go. All right, yes, I didn't think about embossing the sentiment before. I should have realized that that's probably what I was going to need to do using the Night of Navy colors. But, oh, actually, in fact, you know what we could do? We could just stamp it in Night of Navy onto Very Vanilla, because we've got so much other blue going on. I might just do that first to see how that looks rather than embossing on the blue, on the Night of Navy. We'll do that first and see. We'll have a little bit of a play. Let's even go Misty Moonlight, because we've got the Night of Navy base. So let's go Misty Moonlight, and we'll just see how that looks first. And then if that isn't working, then we can just, and I just only want a really narrow strip. Beautiful. And then let's do the other one as well while we're at it. Now this one I don't have the sticker on. This is one of the old style before we had the cling, and so I don't have the stickers on these ones, so I'm not sure if I'm even going to get this one straight. Let me put it on. Let's see. Yep, it's a bit crooked. Oh, that's better. Okay, good. Alrighty, and then I'll just bring in my trimmer and we'll trim those little strips down. Move my card up there. Just trim that down about there. I'm using my eye. Let me see. So we've got about that much space. Yep, that'll be about right, I think. Yep, good. And then we'll do the same with this one. So when I do this, I'm just really using my eye to try and line up the same amount of space at the top as what I have at the bottom. So it's not really an accurate measurement. It's just, yeah, just doing it by eye. Oh, that actually isn't too bad. So let's see if we can get it right this other way. Oh, there we go. That actually turned out not too bad. Surprised myself. Okay, and this one, I might trim that up a little bit on that end actually, just a tad. There we go, and we'll try to trim it around about the same distance from the lettering as the other one. There we go. Yep, good. That'll do. Then, I mean, you could banner the ends too if you wanted to, or you could just leave them as they are. I'm just going to leave mine straight, and do you know what? I think I'm just going to pop that down. I think I'm just going to pop the happy birthday there, perhaps on a little bit. I think I might need a little bit of navy just to make it pop off the card there, because otherwise it's going to get a bit lost in the background on the Very Vanilla. So I might just adhere it to a piece of Night of Navy, and I'll just trim that with scissors. So let me just quickly do that. I'll just do that with a bit of Tombow. And we just want a very, very small navy border, Night of Navy. There we go. And then we can just trim that. Because it's such a small sentiment, like I don't normally like to trim with my snips, you know, when I'm trimming something like this, like a border or something. But because it's only a very small piece, I think I can get away with it today. There we go. It's a bit narrow on that end, but that's okay. Yes, good. That's all it needed. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll just pop that down. I don't think I'll pop it up on dimensionals because then it'll be the same height as the layer there. I think I'm just going to stick it down flat. And then I can put that beautiful greeting on the inside. You're right, Diane. From the Boho Indigo Medley. All right, so we'll just pop that down there. Beautiful. There we go. So there is our beautiful project. Now, of course, if you wanted to add bling, you could add some Wink of Stella, you can add some rhinestones, whatever you like. But I think with the gold cardstock and the gold ribbon there, that has, yeah, that's got adequate bling. And we've got those little beads there in the center of those little white flowers, which are really, really cute as well. So, yeah. So that's a lovely, lovely collection of products to play with. I love that product medley. Really, really beautiful. All right. So that is our card for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. So let me cover up my camera and I'll flip the camera up. Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you like it. So let me just cover this camera up and I'll flip you up. And then I can say goodbye to you all face to face, which I always like to do. Alrighty, adjust my lighting so I'm not in the dark. There we go. Oh, nearly chopped my head off though. There we go. So I hope you really liked that. I hope you found a bit of inspiration in that and that you enjoyed those products from the Boho Medley. It's really beautiful. So beautiful. Yes. And those Ming vases, I'll remember that now. Thank you, Diane. Ming vases. They are really beautiful. Vases or, yes, I think pots. Vases. I think they would be vases, wouldn't they? So I hope you all really, really enjoyed that. If you've got any questions about anything that I've spoken about today or anything, oh, thank you so much. Oh, you're going to case me, Kathy? Awesome. I love it when I inspire other people and that they like my projects that much that they want to case them. So that's really great. Thank you so much. Oh, no worries, Rose. I'm finishing up now anyway, so all good. Thank you so much, everyone, for all your lovely comments. Remember that if you haven't visited my YouTube channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you would jump over there. Just look up my name, Mandy Witherby, over on YouTube. And if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be awesome. This video will be over there in about half to 3/4 of an hour. I'll upload that straight away. And yeah, and I would really appreciate that. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, if you've got any questions about anything, let me know. Remember, we've got that awesome joining special at the moment. If you would like to join my team and get all of your crafting supplies at a discount, it's only $169. You can choose $235 to put in your kit and still only pay $169. So then on top of that, you get to pick a bundle. So it can be a stamp and punch bundle, or it can be a stamp and die bundle, and you can pick whichever you like, and whatever you put in your starter kit is totally up to you. And I would love to have you as part of my team. So if you've got more questions about that, feel free to get in contact with me at mandyspapercraftcreations@gmail.com, or you can send me a message via Messenger, or feel free to give me a call as well. So I hope you all have a fantastic week this week. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Yes, good seeing you too, Kathy. You should go back to sleep, girl. It's too early for you to be up. You're going to have a tired day otherwise. So, yes, I hope that you all have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. So happy crafting, everyone. See you next time. Bye.